Welcome to the Ordinary Guys Show. We tried really hard that time. I even stayed quiet. What was that? Did you sneeze or did you shoot boogers?
I was blowing my nose into a tissue, sir. Been under the weather.
So Frank just sat here for the last at least hour in our prep show and must have said 12 times, Kevin, don't screw up the intro. Don't screw up the intro. Here's the new video. He prepped me on the video. He showed me the video.
I made him watch it.
And then Matt did that.
I made him watch the video so that he wouldn't fuck up. And Kevin, why don't you tell everybody what you did?
What a dick.
What did I do?
Yeah. You fucked up.
I did not.
So, hey, we have, first off, okay, that wasn't an intro. So, welcome everybody to the Ordinary Guy Show. This is going to be episode 30-something or another. I don't even know if that's accurate. I don't know where we are anymore. I don't know. But I know that we got a phone call earlier this week from a good buddy who said he had some stuff to share with us. So, for all of you waiting in suspense, here's good buddy.
Back and better than ever.
Matt Di Bacco. Matt Di Bacco is back. And Matt Di Bacco had something important going on. Kevin, anything you want to say before we jump into what was urgent?
What was urgent?
Yeah.
No, we can go right into everything.
All right. What the hell was so urgent? Yeah.
With me?
Yeah.
Women's Day.
Women's Day, man.
International Women's Day. I was just curious of what you gentlemen might have spent your International Women's Day doing. That was not this past Friday, the Friday before that. Mine turned very interesting very quick, but I'll let you gentlemen answer first of what you might have gotten into on that lovely day.
2 Fridays ago?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to start by, what the fuck is Women's International Day?
Didn't we record that Friday?
2 Fridays ago?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think we did.
We didn't do a good job.
What?
It's a good thing we have a live audience today, Frank.
It's a great thing we have a live audience. Do we have a live? We don't have a live
You
audience
can't
today.
hear that getting picked up?
I hear it a little.
Oh. Well, we're just going to have to deal with that because apparently nobody wants to keep
No,
it
I
down.
think we recorded that Friday. So
Okay.
that's what we did for Women's Day. We recorded.
Oh,
That was Murder Murray,
Murder. Yeah, Jeff.
I think.
Jeff was here. So we celebrated International Women's Day by bashing his ex-wife.
Nah, he's never been married.
His
before.
ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
We ripped her a new one.
The only other, I mean, we've all seen Deadpool. On Deadpool, they celebrate International Women's Day at one point. That was the big scene. Ryan Reynolds took it in the ass at that point in Deadpool.
I do remember that.
Yes,
I do.
yes,
do you remember that, Kevin? You remember that scene?
Yeah, I do, when
he's
they're going through the season.
International Women's Day or whatever, and then she's...
Was that what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's why when I mentioned this to, how old was that girl? 22, 23 years old the other day. I said, what did you do for International Women's Day? She said, why? What did you do? Did you let your wife put it in your ass? And I'm like, no. And I kind of went to a very little low girl tone at that point as I answered no. But no, that is not what happened.
But do you remember, I'm kind of getting off topic, but not really. Do you remember his reaction? I'm trying to remember it. I remember it. Like, it was like...
no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it was one of those. Oh, no. Yeah.
It's like,
Sometimes
okay,
if the finger's too rough, it can be an, oh, no. But I mean, more than just a hole. No.
All right. So,
Never mind. Go ahead.
what did you do for
International
Women's Day?
Okay. I've got a buddy that his wife has never really been, let's say this.
Did you know about this?
My buddy has always wanted his wife to be more friendly with other females and maybe have a female around the house.
Oh, man, now I know who it is.
We'll talk about after the cameras. Yeah. I'll show you pictures, maybe.
Lightbulb.
But, yeah. So, we were at their house. At that point, it wasn't even that it was International Women's Day. It was just I was home. So, it was, all right, let's go out. Let's do something tonight. And we started hanging out with some friends. They always kind of take things to the next level. But then my wife got challenged of, well, she's never been with another female like that. And there's no way you can make her really enjoy this and enjoy herself. She did. So congratulations to my wife, and it was a very successful International Women's Day. And now good things might come to my buddy's relationship. He actually stopped me in the middle of this. He backed me up from I had to back him up from the couch numerous times. But he backed me up and he said, listen, you need to have seminars and like teach people how to do this, because I had to like coach him through it at different points because he was really like, he was all over the place. And yeah, I don't have one of yours.
Way to throw a wrench in
I
the
said,
gear.
fuck Frank's table. I don't have no coaster.
So, question. Is this one of those situations where we just told the whole world? I mean, there's really only like 8 people who listen now, but
I'm one. Bob.
So then, yeah.
What up, Bob?
Between you and Bob, I think we're good.
We have like 250 subscribers now.
I logged on the other day and Kevin was on there staring at the screen with his like confused staring look, and like I just started typing like, "You big dick, you look like a red lobster," blah blah blah.
Oh,
and, like
you're
Bob
talking
was
about
dying
the
laughing.
still that it used? That's the worst still that it used. And
I
we
like
can't
it.
do anything until it's over with.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
But it was
great.
amazing.
It was great.
But so is this one of the situations where it's like you tell the whole world, you know, all the dirty things you do with your wife, but then if somebody asks you like, who do you vote for, and you're like, please, that's just private.
No,
no,
I
Matt
don't give a fuck.
don't-
I'm
Matt
an
don't
open
care.
book about
He
everything.
voted for Hillary. He had to call me and tell me.
I'm an open book about everything.
Do you not remember that
Like-
from Dave Chappelle though?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I know you're not wrong.
You know, with his buddy
That's
Dave.
way too private. But let me
Forty
tell
Dave.
you about what me and my wife
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I don't give a
Who
shit.
are you gonna vote for, Dave? That shit's private.
Yeah, I don't give a shit either way.
But by the
what
way,
it's
I
about.
fucked
Like,
my wife in the ass the other night.
The worst thing about, I mean, a lot of people try and tell me I'm lucky for the relationship me and my wife have, and that we're able to have and have had, going on 13 years in July, it'll be. Like married 13 years, 15 years in September. Bro, my wife looked at me the other day and was like, you realize that's like half my life? I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, people tell me I'm lucky all the time. There are stressful points of it, but not too many people can do it, I promise you. Because I've had different buddies and different guys I've worked with and stuff be like, hey, how do I bring this up to my wife? I really want to get another chick to the house. And I'm like, you can't bring it up. You'll be out the door quick as hell if you bring it up, I promise you.
Let's just clarify that I have worked with him. I am one of his buddies, and I am totally uninterested.
Yeah, no,
And we're like yin and yang.
Yeah,
when
no,
it comes,
Kevin's
like,
never been one to ask. I'm saying
No.
other different jobs I've had.
I
and
am
stuff.
so anti that.
I mean, and then you have the people where even if me and my wife go out to a bar, a nightclub, anything, we've had numerous females come up to us and say, "What, are you guys swingers?" And I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." Swingers is where I'm like, "Hey, Frank, you take mine. I'll take
We're more like
No.
tire swingers.
No. There's never been another dude anywhere around my bedroom, or will there ever be?
So I think if you're the whole swinger thing means that like you're gonna have to take a dick for the team every now and then, right?
The
No, that means
wife
your
would have
wife
to take a
is.
dick, and my wife's terminology is, I have plenty of dick in my life, but she loves nice tits and ass, and then a nice chick's lips, and I'm not mad at that. That's fucking hot. And hey, Saturday night, 22 years old and tits bigger than my head, like I'm not mad. I'm about to be how fucking old? Oh my God. Yeah. So
You got
happy
22s.
International Women's Day, guys.
22's almost half our age. Not really.
No.
Close.
When we see, there's age limits with that too that me and my wife try and obey, because some of the younger ones
Yeah,
are
it's
really-
18. It's legal.
I know. But even no under 21 is like no. My
I've got a
kids are
couple
almost
theories.
there, bro.
I've got a couple theories, right? And this is going to be a little bit of a tangent, but I'm good for those, right?
Uh-oh.
Here's the deal. 18 to 21 is fun. Okay? 18 to 21 is fun. You can't even think about being serious with her until she's 23, right? And you've got a window between 23 and 26, because if she's still single at 27, she's batshit fucking crazy.
Every female.
Batshit crazy.
My wife doesn't even get mad at me for saying this anymore. Every female is a little bit crazy.
100%.
The ones that cannot admit it are the ones to stay the hell away from. The ones that can at least say, yeah, I'm a little bit cuckoo up there. They all have a little bit of bipolar in them. Like, any woman can get mad at me. I don't give a shit. I really don't. But, like, I've met many that agree with this statement and stuff. And that can say, okay, yep, I'm a little bit crazy. Those are the ones that they're all right. They're cool. Like,
So when I was in college, I was 21. I was dating a 27-year-old, and I was dating like a 22-year-old, something like that, at the same time. And I remember meeting up with a 27-year-old one night after, like, we all went to the bar or whatever, and then it all dawned. I was really drunk, and it dawned on me. I was like, you know what? This all makes sense now. You're also 22. You're just stuck in this, like, 'cause
Got it.
the next morning after, like, drinking and partying all night, the next morning she's like, God, I gotta go meet with my mom. I gotta hear more shit about why aren't I married? When am I gonna have kids? And I'm like, whoa, I was hanging out with the 22-year-old, and her mom was worried about finals. Mm-hmm. Like, are you gonna graduate finally?
That's kind of disgusting when you think about it. Like, because you have at that, I've always said, like, I'm 35.
You're 35?
Yeah. He's 35.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're 35?
Yeah.
Just turned 35 this past October.
Jesus.
Doing it big.
I don't know how old I am, though. I think I'm 33.
I have nothing in common with any person that is 18 years old. Nothing. We grew up in a completely different generation. We didn't watch the same cartoons. We don't have the same type of parents. In fact, I was barely younger than probably some of their parents that had them young.
Okay,
you know?
hold on.
Quick math.
Quick
math. If you're 18, you were born in 2001.
I know. That's the only
I
thing that scares
graduated
me.
in 2001.
Bro, I mean, I've got a nice pool and stuff at my house, so we have some serious, like, fun parties sometimes. And then, like, somehow it'll come up in conversation. And anything from 90, I mean, and we've had them, like, 94 to 2001. I'm like,
He had a 94-year-old woman in his bed.
No. I'm saying, like...
In 2004,
yeah. No, I'm saying, like, the year they were born. And, like, when they say something of that year, and I'm like, what? Oh, my God. But then it's like, well, you're hot, and this could be fun. I mean, the 18 to 21 thing you said, the only issue we've ever had is every time 18 to 21, they want to move in. They want to move in the house and be like...
Yeah, because they don't have enough money to pay for rent.
Well, at that point, we kind of consider making them a slave, but...
But then you have to factor in. See, I was just giving you the girl's age range, right? But then you have to also factor in your age in the situation. You created an at-home environment for somebody who literally lives at home or wants to, like, not be at their home. You get what I'm saying?
Shout out Tinder, my Tinder thing.
Oh, that reminds me.
Me and my wife are on Tinder.
Tell them the story about your son and Tinder. Oh my God, this is one of the funniest things.
Hold on. Are we switching topics?
No, same topic.
Okay.
His son wasn't on Tinder.
Yeah, no. I was out of town. Me and my wife had made a Tinder profile a while ago. Some friends had told us we needed to get on there, but since we don't do Facebook, really any social media things, we were like, we kept trying to look it up, and it kept saying we had to be on Facebook. So finally, she found her way around it, made a Tinder profile. Every picture on Tinder is of me and her. If you click on certain people's things on Tinder, it'll just be a female. You scroll a couple to the left or right, whatever it is, and then you find a picture of them with their boyfriend. And then when you read, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm just looking to have another chick over to hang out with, blah, blah, blah. No. Mine and my wife's is every picture of me and her. They're classy. It clearly has my wife saying on there, look, sorry, ladies, my husband did not swipe on you. This is more for me and you. Come over, hang out in the pool, and let me spoil... Or come over, have a drink in the pool, and let me spoil you. Something like that. And from that, these girls get the picture, at least.
You guys mind if I start jerking off?
I'm leaving.
There's videos on my phone.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
No. You've got, like, pajama pants on. I was kind of, like, a little bit nervous when I came in.
Of course he was.
At some point, like, his dick's going to come out during
You're
this.
ruining everything. They think I'm fully dressed. All right?
Yeah.
They think I'm fully dressed. So another quick, like, segue here. I do some videos that I do for my business, right? And I'm sitting here in a dressed-up shirt and my underwear. And I do these videos. I'll show them to you later. You saw them. I posted one.
They think we're joking. He does have on sleep pants.
Yeah, no. He has on sleep pants.
He does.
I wore a sweater vest for this occasion.
There they are. He's got his sleep pants on.
I told my wife I was wearing my sweater vest. She's like, go for it. I'm
looking sharp. Yeah. All right. So your son...
So he's not going to preface this. This is his stepson. So later on in this story, it's going to make you laugh even more because he narcs on his own mom.
Yeah, I was out of town at the time working. My son comes across my wife on Tinder swiping, and like he just turned 14, and because of his biological father, who's always single, he always sees him on Tinder, and this dude will be sitting there, oh, nope, she's fat, nope, she's ugly, nope, she's fat, and going along. So when he walks up on his mom looking at females on there at 14 years old in middle school, he literally goes to his mom and he's like, Mom, are you a lesbian? And that was the first thing out of his mouth. Oh, Jesus. And she's like, what? No. She's like, why would you even say that? And he's like, you're on Tinder. And he's like, or she explained to him, she said, no, it's me and your father. We're both on there. He said, no. Daddy doesn't know about this. He goes, like he was supposed to be in bed at this point. he's following back to his room and stuff, goes and grabs his phone. I'm at dinner in Chicago or something, and I get this phone call, and I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm at dinner. What are you doing,
With
bud?
that, like, I got some crap to tell you.
And I was like, I mean,
We
at
gotta
first,
talk.
first, like, I knew there was something up, and like, he's like, well, what are you having? Tell him what I'm having for dinner. I'm like, why? What's going on, bud? You're supposed to be in bed right now. He's like, well, I just came across something, and mommy's on Tinder. And I'm good at coming up with off bat. And I was like, look, we're both on there. I know this. I was like, your mom's just on there because she wanted to make some new friends. That was my wording to him. And he said, oh, so you know about it? I'm like, yeah, okay. I had a buddy stop by my house one night for something while I was out of town. I come back a couple days later. The first thing my son does is walk up to me. You know your friend Mike was here the other night, right? In the garage? The dog was barking, and I went out there, and him and mommy were talking. I'm like, yeah, he needed to borrow my shop vac, bud. Like, and I mean, but at least I know my son's right there. Like,
Yeah, it's got eyes.
my dog, my Doberman, if I walk up to my wife and even go like I'm going to grab a titty, if I'm going to grab her out, he fucking comes barreling straight at me and will stand in between us and start growling. The buddy we were talking about earlier you were like, oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. His wife recently said to me, you're not worried about traveling as much as you do and leaving your wife at home. She's really pretty, blah, blah, blah. You don't think nothing's going on? I'm like, have you met my dog? If anybody comes in my house and tries touching my wife or my daughter, this dog will rip their limb off. Like, he was military trained Doberman. Like, yeah, he don't fuck around. He's never actually bit anybody. Like, but he's a beast looking. Like,
I do have a segue.
I was trying not to make noises and move my mic. Wait, before you go segue, dude, take that as a good sign. That means your stepson really cares about you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember being in that situation with my stepdad, and I was like, hey, you got to know, Uncle fill in the blank was here. And then he's like, he's good stepdad, always tries to keep things cool with the kid. And he's like, oh, that's okay. I know about that, whatever. What were they doing? Like, I don't know. They were like bouncing on each other's laps and stuff. Like, it's kind of weird,
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay.
I feel like the more these little stories come out of your life, we need to have an episode where we dig in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think my mom listens, but it was weird. I thought that's what you're supposed to do with your uncles for a little while. Probably explains a lot.
On their lap? Is bounce on their lap? That's what you're
You
saying
were like
right now?
nervously playing with that thing right now.
I'm trying to keep it down.
The only
thing weirder than bouncing on your uncle's lap and feeling something start to poke is when you sit on your grandma's lap and you feel something start to poke.
Yeah.
That's a bad day.
That's a
Anybody's
bad day.
life.
Grandpa or grandma?
Both.
That's weird.
Santa.
Been
there.
It's happened with Santa.
The pastor, way too many times.
Happened with the guy in the
no, not the pastor.
McDonald's
yes, the
bathroom.
pastor.
Oh my gosh, I can't be on
I
this
watched
show.
hold on, I watched the episode about the Catholic religion. Yeah, I'm all there.
Oh, we're not talking about Catholic priests.
All
you
of
said
them.
pastors.
All of them.
We've renounced Catholicism at this table. Outside the door, it's fine. You can go back.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is, has there ever been a time that you obviously have not been on Tinder and almost got caught by your kids, but have you ever been on anything else that may have not been appropriate that your kids caught you doing?
My kids?
Porno.
No, not the kids.
Do you remember
Wife?
Kevin?
No, but like the wife thing's a little bit different. Oh God, I get into his story all the time, and it really, really drives me nuts. So it looks like I'm jerking off my mic stand, but it is
Because he is.
No, look, mind of its own.
His mic is excited about Matt's
It
stories.
just keeps rising.
Yes.
So no, but the issue I have
Yes.
here is I'll say, hey, you gonna be downstairs for a little bit? She's like, yeah, I want to finish my show. I might watch another one. I'm like, okay, cool. So then I go upstairs, quick shower. I'm talking about like quick, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, shower, brush teeth, in bed, pull up the phone, get the porn going. She walks in. What the fuck kind of show are you watching that you finished one and started a whole nother episode and you're done already? Not that she minds, but it's like, look, I ask you these questions for a reason. It's not because I'm like, hey, I would love to watch Friends with you for
stop?
the 1 millionth time in bed. Do I stop? No, I pretend like I was never even doing it. And then she goes in the bathroom and I finish real quick and then roll over.
So you don't like Grandma's Boy where you finish with the Barbie?
No, that's different. That would be like if it was your grandma walking in.
And I wasn't actually saying stuff like that. I was saying maybe like you forgot to lock the door in the bedroom sort of a thing. Kids, I've never had that happen, nor did I ever have that happen to me when I was a kid. Thank God I never walked in on my parents.
No. Something funny happened. I'm trying to remember the story. God, I wish I grabbed Janet real quick. No, so I just got done going for a run, and if you know, running shorts are similar to like bathing suits with the
Balls
net.
hanging outside.
Except for his bathing suits are way longer than his running shorts.
That's true.
I need some.
So I did something.
Can I try on a pair of your running shorts before I go?
They wouldn't fit around your right leg.
I want to try, though.
I'm serious. They're literally that long.
You guys hold them. I'll jump off the table into them.
That could be a segment.
Yeah, I don't know what the case was, but one of the kids grabbed my pants or something like that, like, and they just slid down. And my bare ass was out, and my poor daughter was behind me, and she basically was just like, she's scarred to this point. She's still scarred about it.
From that?
Yeah.
At one point, I'd say probably within the next 4 to 5 years tops, the light bulb's gonna ding go off in my daughter's head because especially with the internet and everything. My kids are always on their phones and this and that. What, 13 or 12? Yeah, we could say 13, 14 now. My daughter's 13, my son's 14. Where there was at one point where in our last house, mine and my wife's room was right next to my daughter's room. Didn't even realize when we put the rooms together that headboards were to headboards on the walls. And there was one time, I don't know if we had another.
I knew he'd have a story.
Like, I'm talking like on the wall over and over again, and my daughter comes to the room and she's like, "Can you guys please quit knocking in there?" I pause mid like stroke, like, fuck, what do we do? And at that point it was just like, okay, we'll stop. Wife puts her hand on the headboard, back at it. But that was a close call. I never really, as a kid,
I've never walked in. I've never had any of them walk in.
I've walked in on myself with Kevin's mother numerous times. But
what if my mom listens to this
I
show?
love his mother.
No, I spoke to your mom. I spoke to Kevin's mom
about
at
me
birthday
and her?
party, and she said, "She's like, I know you. You're Frank." And I said, "Yeah, because I helped you move one time, right?"
She's like, you're the ones that are really vulgar and talks about
No.
penises.
So she goes, and I thought that's what she was gonna say, like, "Oh, I remember you helped me move the house or something like that, right?" And she goes, "Yeah, you do the show with Kevin. It's a little much for me."
Ask Kevin's mom about me and her.
Did you feel small?
Yeah.
I bet you did.
Please ask Kevin's mom about me and her next time you see her.
Please don't.
We have a
We're not talking
long-standing
about this.
thing.
We're not doing it.
I'm in love with Kevin's mother. It's been there. I told my wife I'll kick that bitch to the curb for Kevin's mom.
I've lived with this for years. I've lived with this.
Fucking sexy.
Go
Let's
to
do
technical difficulties.
ASMR.
I'm gonna fight him.
Kevin's mom's
We don't have that one up.
sexy. Yeah, I love Kevin's mom. She's a sweet lady.
Jesus.
I hope Ashley shoots you in the freaking face. I hope he shows up
no,
and shoots you in the face.
Can we talk about when I kissed your mom?
No!
No, not
And
in
it
front of her
wasn't
new
like
husband.
that, and no, it
Not
is
in front of her new
nothing like-
husband?
it wasn't anything like anything
Not in
you're
front of her
making
new
it out to
husband.
be.
I kissed her.
Now on
That
to
didn't
another
happen. That didn't happen.
episode. This was a great episode of The Ordinary Guys. We're going to put a bow on it.
I want to
No,
know when you
we're
kissed
not
Kevin's
done.
mom.
No!
Okay, no, we won't talk about it because Kevin's gonna get his feelers hurt. Oh my! Kevin's very emotional. It's his time of the month.
Well, hey, so wait. I know pre-show we talked about a couple things that were still around this Women's Day fiasco.
If this ends up being the popular show because of the shit he just said,
I'm just gonna say I noticed on my last show I was on that was like a lot of views compared to some of the most recent ones.
For the worst video
Yeah,
footage
and it
we've
was, like,
ever
so
had.
and the worst audio.
Audio
so
is
bad,
terrible.
but you had Matt Di Bacco.
We did.
You're welcome. You're
So
welcome.
we
Do you
also-
see this list? Hold on, can we get this list
We
on
also-
there right now in emoji shit paper? My
You notice
list
we
of
never need
topics.
topics when Matt's here. It,
No.
it
I'm fucking
flies
prepared.
Matt,
everywhere.
Y'all got snacks. I bring
Matt-
liquor and topics.
Matt basically goes, "All right, guys, I watched your last 10 shows. I did a breakdown. You haven't discussed any of these topics for more than 35 seconds,
I
so
looked
here
up
we
trending.
Yeah.
I looked up what was trending, like all kinds of shit. How about hashtag Tucker Carlson fucks his Roomba?
go." What?
It's going
Hashtag,
popular.
it's not a real thing.
Oh no, it is.
It's not a
Making
real
it
thing.
one. Tucker Carlson fucks his Roomba.
So, wait a second.
I am the most. I have something to say right now.
Wait. Were we talking poofs? Were poofing? Was there any poofing going on with Women's Day, or is that something
No,
different?
that was
just
Jeff's
Jeff.
story.
All right.
Yeah, I have something to say.
What do you got to say?
Cocaine.
I've been in a lot of situations. A lot.
Gay ones?
No, in situations. In situations where
I had
you're
a gay
like,
dude hit on me the other day. I loved it. He was checking out my
uncomfortable situations, right? Where you're like a first job interview, or you got to speak in front of
First
a whole
time
bunch
with
of people.
fingers in your ass.
This is the worst I've ever dealt with right here. Like, I just want to fucking rip this thing out and beat y'all with it.
Why?
Worst situation. I
Kevin,
think the worst situation.
How was it the first time you had a finger in your butt? Let's talk about that. How was the first time?
Never.
I think the worst situation.
You never let her
would be,
play with the outside of it a little bit?
Never.
Come on.
This
Where
is
the fuck
why
are
I
you
always
living?
am so worried about having him on.
No. See, the dude I'm worried about is the dude who says, I don't watch any kind of porn.
I
don't
don't.
do this. I don't do that. Because
knows
that's
me
the
way
dude
too well.
who has a storage unit and will go lock you in it and this and that. I'm the dude that's like, no.
Listen.
A little bit of S&M, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Listen, I'm going to tell you a funny
Little
story.
butthole playing with.
I'll take the heat off you. I'm going to tell you a really, really funny story. This is hilarious. So I was dating this girl. This is going to get me in trouble. I'm telling you right now. It's for the show.
You sure you're worth it?
Can we all
Way worth
three
it.
tell a story that'll get us in trouble? Literally.
I really
Kevin,
don't have
don't be a
anything.
pussy.
Kevin's already in trouble.
gotta have
You
something.
made out with his mom. It's weird.
I'm going to call his mom right after
listen,
I leave.
I'm going to pull away from this, but let's...
So
I'm getting it.
So listen. So this story. So long story short. Actually, I don't know how to make a long story short, especially with this one. So I'm dating this chick, and we're fooling around on the couch, and all of a sudden she's going down on me, and then shit takes a turn. Listen, shit takes a turn and it gets a little weird.
Okay.
I'm talking about nuts are now on the top of the nose,
Okay. Been there.
tongue's reaching around for something,
Okay.
and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Listen, and yeah, exactly. That's a normal Wednesday night for you.
No. I'm
So,
not a huge...
I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what in the fuck is going on? Like, this is weird. I'm not going to interrupt her. I don't want to embarrass the girl. Not necessarily my thing. It's whatever.
Had you had that before, though? Do you
No.
know if that's your thing?
I didn't. And you know what? It wasn't all that bad. But anyway.
God wouldn't have meant for there to be gay people
So-
if he wouldn't have put the G-spot in your ass.
So afterwards.
G-spot's in your ass, just so everybody can Google that right now. G-spot is in your
Listen.
ass for sure.
So
It's in
afterwards,
Kevin found it yesterday.
she goes, it was really weird. Like, I don't know. It wasn't like right after, but like hours later, she goes, so, did you like that or whatever? And I'm just like, oh, yeah, sure. She's like, yeah. My brother said guys like that. And I started laughing my ass off because I knew her brother. And I was like, oh my God, this freaking guy was probably like, oh, dude, if he farts in your face, that means he loves it.
That's awesome.
He was just being an asshole. And she's like, I just want to make this guy happy. She's like, was that good for you? And I'm like, yeah, sure, it's fine. And then, dude, later on, he goes, oh my God, she told me that shit is so funny. Anything else you want me to let her know that?
Well, we've all seen the movie Road Trip. Remember Road Trip, where Stifler goes to the bank to give some to make
my God.
money? Chick then milks his prostate.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, speaking
Just
of
saying.
prostate milking,
Kevin, tell us what you did yesterday.
no, speaking of,
Kevin, tell us what you did at the rest stop yesterday. Milking prostates.
No, what in the world? I really don't even know what that means.
You don't know what milking a prostate is? Drop them and bend over. We'll show you.
so right before,
Oh, it's a finger butt?
yeah, except you're
You're like milking a cow butt from the butt.
from the inside. It's like the reverse of a teat. So instead of the teat being out, there's fingers up in.
That's a
Right?
thing?
So it's like this up against the,
movie
prostate.
Road Trip? You've never seen Road Trip?
Like that, right? Am I wrong? A little bit of like that.
I guess.
It's like this.
I'm not giving any exact, I got my own, process, but I don't ever up
Does
the...
everybody here take a finger in the butt, evidently, other than me?
No, I've never.
No,
I've never-
only time I ever had a finger in my butt was that doctor thing that we talked about a couple times on the episode.
Me and...
I realize more every day that I'm very sheltered. Every day.
No, I think
See,
that you're
but-
going to get
see, but
colon
my-
cancer because
my-
nobody's checking your shit out.
Yeah, see, my wife grew up a very sheltered... She wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons, all kinds of stuff that she was very sheltered about growing up that was way far away from my childhood. I was watching the Porky's movies at 7. I think the first time I watched a porn, I was 9 or something, and it ended up being with my uncle and one of his girlfriends, and we all went running out of the room. But, she lived a way different life than me. But we still
Anybody
now...
in her family, church affiliation, as far
Yes,
as
way too much, and she hates all of
pastor,
them.
preacher,
Yes,
that sort of stuff?
yes.
Yeah, there you go.
And we're trying to keep them all in jail right now.
I just Dr. Phil'd the
I mean,
fuck
did
out
I
of your
just say that?
situation.
Did I just say that? Yes. We're trying to keep all of them in jail. But, yeah. But, no. We've had recently like a 20. What this girl was like 95 pounds, soaking wet, 21 years old, in my bedroom, trying to tell me I need to let my wife play with my butthole. I'm like, it's not happening, chick. I was like, I don't care what you say. She's like, you'll enjoy it. Blah blah blah. I'm like, it's not happening.
Does she want to play with your butthole?
She said she has but no.
She does want to play with your butthole?
I think she's down for stuff like that. She's living in Vegas right now. We just offered to her and a chick.
Are you referring to his wife or the girl? He's referring to the girl. You're on the wife.
No, my wife's totally down. My wife has offered for years to
but like she wants to. Like she wants
Does my
to
wife want
to
play with my ass?
Yeah.
Can we really tell the story that needs to be told?
Which one? Baloney vagina.
No, way worse than that. And I am ashamed I'm bringing it up, but it is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
About what?
We just talked about Red Wings last time I was here.
No, it's worse.
The vibrator named Kevin?
No, worse. Keep thinking. He's going to hit it right now.
I was just thinking that it would be really funny for like an anniversary if you guys got each other double-sided dildo.
No, the thing is you may work for a long time, and then you may come home. And then she...
No, we talked about that.
Okay. Well, I won't bring it back up.
Yeah.
I have no
Scratch and
clue.
sniff nut sacks.
Oh, yeah, she loves the smell of my balls. Yeah. Still to this day, man. Just the other night when we had this fun-ass party at this big villa. No. 22...
Church family, dude. And it all makes sense.
Yes.
I'm Dr. Phil.
Pentecostal?
Exactly. No, just...
it made more sense if it was Pentecostal.
Baptist,
no, Scientology.
Whatever. Baptist, whatever. We'll say Baptist, whatever, and half of them are in jail or prison. But
hey, is it
Catholic, isn't it?
No.
Southern Baptist? Is it a law that every Scientologist has to have a picture of Tom Cruise in their house? Is that their Jesus?
Hold on. Did you have the fart and the spray at the same time, like down?
He sprayed it in his butt while he farted.
I tried to get ahead of it.
Oh my god!
I tried to get ahead of it. So, anyway.
Uh-oh.
What were we talking about? See, it does. It is a show killer.
Again? What were we talking about
It
again?
does every time.
It's a show killer. Scientology. No, you're talking
Those people are
about Tom
fucking
Cruise.
nuts.
Yeah,
So-
well, Jesus is in a Christian's home.
Yeah,
right?
but he's not, like, he wouldn't be like Jesus. I think Tom Cruise is probably like Peter or something like that, right? So it's like you'll always see the dude.
So they have a picture of L. Ron Hubbard then.
Yeah. I would think so. I mean, I don't know. I'm not... Isn't Tom Cruise trying to get out of that shit?
I don't know. That was the other one.
I feel like people are trying to get out of it, and they're realizing that it's more of a gang than anything. They're like, yeah, we'll let you out, but all
It's a
18
money
of us
funnel.
need to run a train on you real quick.
Isn't that every religion though? Is a money funnel? Is a pyramid?
Yeah.
From the way down.
This being said by the guy that used to be a youth pastor helper.
That church here in town, big huge church, wanted to send me all the way to Tennessee to Lee University to become a youth pastor. They were going to pay for everything for me. I had a tattoo at 15 years old, and they wanted to send me to go go to school to be a youth pastor and stuff. Yeah, but I could bullshit with the best of them, so they knew I could do it. But then I started seeing the
Should we tell a story
scheme.
I've never told, like, publicly?
Which one?
About when we were
The time you touched me where I asked you not to?
No, that's never happened.
Maybe.
The fact that we were given a youth group to do a Bible study with, and instead we went and bought beer and got them all drunk.
Oh, man. There was so many bad things.
We were underage, too, so...
But I understood the game. I understood the game of religion. I really did. I mean, I was raised Catholic. I was raised strict Catholic. I had family members in Pittsburgh that were like mad when they found out me and my dad were going to a Baptist church. Like they were pissed, wanting to like kick us out the family. I'm like, I got your name, nothing you can do, fucker. But then when I started, I was like super into the Baptist side thing, or I don't know. I just understood after being in it for so long. I understood the game and how easy it was and how people would listen to anything I fucking said. Remember that the girl I dated she went to THS?
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Before we started dating, she came up to me and gave me one of the little notes back in the day, back before we had text messages and all that.
She's a
bullshit.
mess now, by the way, and I blame you.
You say dragons, and this is all I think of.
No, that's not the same picture I have on my phone of the other night. That girl came up and gave me a little note.
Show that on YouTube, you idiot.
I didn't show it on YouTube.
It just showed up on your feed.
That my
No,
screen's
didn't.
on right now, right here.
Stop showing me. Stop showing me.
What about if
Look, when
I
I
show
show
my
you
phone
like
right
that,
now?
you can't see it on the one that's on the feed.
Is it on mine?
Oh my!
Can
Everywhere
I show-
I'm looking.
Can I show a picture of my wife with some 22-year-old chick's tits in her mouth? No. No, I'm not allowed to.
No.
There's no nipples showing.
No. No.
How about this?
Frank, that's what went through my mind when you showed me that picture.
I can't see. You're shaking it around. I can't see it.
Because I don't know which camera's on and I'm confused.
Don't worry. I was
Cut this
protecting
whole part
you.
out.
No, we're not cutting anything out.
We're not
Kevin.
cutting anything out, Kevin. We're fucking real up in here.
I wish I'd have never come tonight.
Ordinary guy show.
That's what she said.
That's what no woman has ever
I was
said.
told Saturday night, please come all over her big tits. And I was like, anything you want, baby.
God, this show is just absolutely derailed.
I told Kevin that I shouldn't drink as much before I came on this time, and he said, no, it's fun.
What other things did you want?
That was your exact text to me.
Yeah, it's true. What did?
I swear that was
I
his
don't
text.
even know what. This is the quietest I've ever been.
Kevin, don't be a pussy.
This is awful to me. This is all the parts of the show I wanted to get away from.
So, what else is on my shit emoji paper here? Let's get Kevin involved. Kevin, new movie you are most excited to see that's coming up here soon because the #1 trending movie trailer on YouTube right now is Toy Story 4.
Toy Story. I'm kind
Not
of
that
excited about it.
excited.
I am too.
Are you?
How did
What else, though, besides Toy Story 4, could you be excited about that's coming out?
He
here
was
soon?
excited about
Endgame.
Triple Frontier until he
Endgame.
realized it wasn't 3 dudes' dicks all over the place.
I really hate this show.
You love it. Okay, I'm going to throw out there. I'm excited about Dumbo coming out.
I am too.
So
It looks
I'm
good.
excited about Us. I really want to make my kids watch the old Dumbo
Yeah.
with me before we
Very
go.
depressing.
There's
It
so
is-
much racism and funny shit in that movie that it's hilarious.
Do you remember Dumbo?
When you look back at it. If you eat acid and watch Dumbo,
Dumbo's
you're
dark.
in for a whole new story.
Acid's still around?
Apparently, I just had somebody offer me some the other night, and I was like, "You're out of control,
They
fucker."
microdose. People microdose these days. Apparently, it's really good for you.
People keep telling me to take all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, "No."
Microdose. No, people are microdosing on, like, for health reasons. They're microdosing on acid, shrooms, well, obviously LSD, acid. What's the other one? Ecstasy. They're even saying that MDMA, right?
What's that? The crazy guy you said earlier that yells a lot that was on Rogan.
Johnny Bravo?
No. The what's his face? The comedian, right?
No.
No. Joey Diaz?
No. Conspiracy theories, dude.
Oh, Alex Jones.
Yes, he said that.
He talks like this.
Yeah, he said that they're taking that shit to then talk to the aliens.
Yes.
I think so.
No.
You know, my
Elves.
favorite though was when he had everybody on and they were talking about being abducted by aliens. It might have been that same episode. He goes, "There's no proof that they've actually even left their fucking bedrooms.
Yeah.
The best.
They just get so high. They're like gone. They never left their bedroom."
The best Alex Jones thing I've ever seen was when Joey Diaz went on his show, and it was actually Rogan in there. Diaz was outside somewhere. Finally, they let Diaz in there, and when he starts going off on this rant, and like Alex Jones is trying to tell Joey Diaz to calm down, Joey Diaz looks at him and he was like, "Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Big dicks in your ass are bad for your health. Stay black, motherfucker," and left and went out the door. And I was like, I want to put that on a T-shirt.
Joey Diaz. I
Or
was
a
listening
bumper
to him
sticker or
earlier.
something.
He's the only guy that can get Bruce Buffer on there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Bruce Buffer on the show, and he's talking. He's just talking all sorts of shit. Like he goes, "You remember back when not silk screening, but what was the other thing? They used to put the images on your shirts or whatever. They used to just literally." He's like, He goes, "Dude, you remember those summers when you could just go and you could bring a picture of Hitler and they put it on a shirt?" And he's like, "Whoa, you did that." Bruce Buffer's like, "I didn't do that, man."
Can we do the rest of the show with a close-up zoom of me giving Kevin a shoulder rub
I mean,
No.
and
you're
licking
not.
his right ear?
That's another thing. He
Hashtag-
knows I don't like it when people get close to me.
Hashtag Tucker Carlson fucks his Roomba.
hey, what's up with that hashtag?
No one knows. He sent
Number
it to me in a
two.
text.
Number
and then
two.
never explained it.
No. Number 2 on trending was John Oliver, his public shaming thing that came out recently. It was about all kinds of different shit, and then he put in there in the middle of the show that we should start a hashtag of Tucker Carlson fucks his Roomba after all the stuff that came out this past week about what Tucker Carlson had said years ago on some radio show, on Bubba the Love Sponge radio show, about, what was it, saying women are like dogs, saying someone from some other country were
And if
couldn't
that's the
read
case, we
this
are
and that.
never having a show on Fox.
Yeah, all kinds of dumb shit.
No?
But he just said that on there, and I just thought it was funny. So
From this episode alone.
I was hoping it would piss Kevin off when I text him out of nowhere.
I can never run for
Tucker Carlson
president
fucks
because
his
of
mama.
this show.
Dude, I can't believe. So what's his name? The guy that comes on after Fallon, Seth Meyers.
McFarlane?
Yes,
Meyers.
Seth Meyers.
I hate that douche. So he. Okay, I gotta be careful. I was very specific with another name insult. I got kicked off. We got kicked off of YouTube last week.
What?
Yeah.
For who?
I called somebody handicapped.
I called somebody a Shreeshard.
Yeah.
I
The
called
algorithm will catch
I called somebody who was a tard, but they've just done it again. So
Oh,
they
now we're off again.
No, I said tard.
I just told my wife
They
last
did it
night she
again,
was a
so they
retard.
did the by doing it again. So, but I was very specific with who I was calling a Shreeshard. Mm-hmm. So they gave us a boot. They gave us a 10
Schmine
minute.
and Hanahill.
And they Schmine. No, because then now they're gonna say that we were attacking somebody named Schmine Schmano.
Who sounds female, which makes it worse.
We were
Well,
talking
that's
about,
my name, and I don't care if you talk shit about me. So
Well,
go
they
right
kicked
ahead.
us off YouTube. We had to reboot and get back on. But anyway, what were we even talking about? Oh no, so Seth Meyers says, because his whole opening monologue is now like 10 minutes long, and it's all Donald Trump, and it covers like most of the show.
Myers, Colbert, that's
They all do it.
Fallon.
That's the one I couldn't
everybody.
think about the other night. Colbert.
Colbert.
I love Colbert. I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck. He's
Colbert's
funny
good.
as hell.
So his opening monologue, and he's going on and on and on and on. And he's like, Trump tweeted something, 50 tweets over the weekend or something like that or whatever. And he goes, for somebody who has an entire team of writers, and it shows like the Fox News logo behind him. Mm-hmm. I kind of laughed about it a little bit. It's kind
That's
of funny.
the thing, though, is I feel like I can laugh at stuff like that, kind of like you can too, but my God, they can't.
Hey, I just so I just had to
They can't.
I just had to renew my driver's
I laugh
license.
at everything.
All right, so I just had to renew my driver's license. So they ask you, now's your time to change your voter's registration and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I registered as a Democrat. I
You know why
registered
you
as
do that?
Democrat so I can sabotage the primaries.
Right, you vote for the one you think is the worst.
Exactly. So,
Yeah. If
So,
everybody did it.
and I don't know why so many Democrats turned. Anyway. So phase one.
Are you voting for Beto O'Rourke?
I'm voting for I'm gonna write in Bernie Madoff.
Really?
Yeah.
Lord, if he ends up even running.
Bernie?
Yeah.
He'll be dead by the time the primaries are over.
I'm voting for Schmark Schmeyers.
Smart. Hey,
Yes,
by the way,
love that guy.
I ran with him over the weekend.
Yeah.
I ran with more. So it was.
He has been dying to tell us he set a personal record.
No,
this
I
whole
wasn't.
show.
No, I wasn't at all. I was going to save that for our other show, but I won't even talk about that. But I just thought it was funny because we were doing the show, and I was texting him during the show, and because it's a 10-mile race. Like, you don't just wake up and do a 10-mile race. It kind of sucks if you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Are we really doing this thing?" I was like, "I don't know. Let me know." He goes, "Oh, the registration's closed." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. So we're not doing it." We were all looking for an excuse. And then he basically writes back and is like, "Hey, they actually wrote me and said if we still want to go, we just got to go earlier in the morning."
Oh, God.
So we had to be there at like 6:30 in the morning to register. And I
Where
was like,
was it at?
it was Vieira, like the
Vieira, bro.
Vieiro. But no, so we get there, and then there was like complications. Like, they didn't know where we couldn't figure out where we were going and all this sort of stuff. And the whole time we were like, well, we could just take the money we were going to spend on the race. We're like, go get breakfast, hang out for a little bit. So we were literally thinking about doing that. And then next thing you know, we're in the race.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Dude, really weird. I didn't know it was a medieval times themed race.
Oh, that'd have been awesome.
Like, you could have been LARPing with people while you're running.
No, they were LARPing beforehand.
Anthea.
No, so listen, so that's
I
the
would have
thing.
brought boomerangs
So they were
for
like-
the race and been throwing them while people were running.
No, we're filling out the registration, so apparently you would have already known this had we registered early. But they're like, which side are you on, red or blue?
You always pick blue.
We picked blue because we're wearing blue shirts. So I was like, whoa, let's go blue. So then we go blue, and we're at the starting line, and we're like, what the hell is going on? So you had literally like on sidelines of the football field, right? You had team red and team blue. Two dudes go out with swords and shields. Red knight, blue knight.
I would have done this one.
Fighting.
I would have done that race.
They're fighting.
Could you fight during the race?
No, but there are people running as like, oh my God, no. Listen to this. So first off, LARPing is fucking gay.
No, it's not.
Yes,
and
it
we're
is.
going to do it.
Yes, it is.
We're going to do it for the show. For the first
I will LARP the
episode.
shit out of all of y'all.
Listen to me, because you're coming.
I'll LARP the fuck out of you. You watch out, buddy.
No, let's do it for the opening of Game of Thrones.
Well, I have a 15,000-year-old dragon that grows by the day, and I'll just summon him on your ass, and I win all the time. So listen. So
somebody probably yelled that from the 50-yard line.
So as we're getting the shirts and stuff like that, they're like, "Oh, don't forget your armor, knight."
Oh fuck!
I'm like, "What?"
They gave you armor?
Yeah, like our shirt. They gave us silver,
I
gray
thought you were
shirt.
gonna have, like,
How awesome would it be if it was that old knight suit that everybody had when they were kids with the plastic sword and the
No.
shield?
No, that would have been kind of cool.
I'm
And the
thinking
helmet?
like a cardboard box spray painted silver with armholes cut out and a head hole.
So they gave
Just running, run, Forrest!
it's just like a gray Under Armour T-shirt or something like that. But after we're getting started, and I'm like, what in the fuck did we sign up for?
Oh god!
Because I felt, how I feel, but
How
Kevin,
bad
you know
is
how I
that,
feel about
though?
LARPing. Every
I
time we go to
want
the
to do
damn
it so
park, we're
bad.
doing that
Of
shit.
all the things though that you could be involved in at some point, and then stop and say to yourself, "What the fuck did I sign up for?"
Yeah.
In the middle of a 10-mile race, to look around and be like, "What the fuck did I
There's
sign up for?"
a guy running
Like,
in a
oh my
jester's
God.
costume.
Yeah.
No,
Man.
here's my plan, though. Because they all had Nerf swords, right?
Okay.
Like
No, these
homemade
people
ones?
had real swords.
What the hell were you
No,
at?
bro, they were clanking, and you can hear them hitting the shield. They were like, ding.
Whatever that little thing is that had the chain with the ball on top of it with the
Yeah.
spikes you swing around. I want one of them.
Mace?
And I'm gonna
Was that
fuck everybody.
What was that
up.
thing? Nate, do you know what that thing was? Was it a mace?
Mace. Yes, mace.
Ball and chain?
Yes.
Did Frank actually know the answer to his own question
He did.
for once?
He did.
Holy
If
crap.
that was the $1 million question, he just won $1 million fucking dollars.
No, but think about this. So when
I used to play a lot of, what's that game
Dungeons
called?
and
Pocket
Dragons?
No, it's the other one. It's kind of like, no, it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but it was with people and swords and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oblivion and all that sort of stuff. What was that called?
was Oblivion.
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Yeah. You know what? Never mind.
Made by Bethesda.
Every now and then, because they have like real provocative like female characters in there, I always thought that in like Skyrim, there's got to be like some sort of secret thing where you get like a rim job from an elf.
I was just thinking, like, Kevin, speaking of rim jobs.
This episode.
Yeah.
I thought for a second we were going to move away.
From what?
From
Prostate rim jobs?
Yes.
Can we talk about the time
Hey, what if Morgan
they
comes?
shoved a camera up my dad's ass?
Oh,
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
At the VA.
See, they were just fucking with him there.
No, he was due for the check, and he wore overalls. And my dad's a big man. I mean, a big man.
He's
At
lost
this
some
point-
weight, though.
At this point, he was probably still pushing a good close to 4.
They have to use duct tape, tape the cheeks open, tape the cheek. How do
Listen.
you say that?
This is what he told me. This is what he told me in explicit. This is what he told me in explicit detail. That he showed up. They told him, "Sir, there is a classroom of students here today to watch and learn. Do you mind?"
Oh, Jesus.
My dad says, "I don't care."
God.
So then they give him the drugs that are supposed to put him to sleep while they shove the camera up
Oh,
his
God.
ass.
So he was asleep, couldn't even control it?
No. He's way too big of a dude. It did not put him to sleep. So he's watching on the TV the whole time, them
butthole.
spread his cheeks and go straight up with the camera and start fucking slithering and going here and there. So he's watching this. They've, of course, beforehand, apparently they shoot you full of air.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My dad tells me that once they pulled the camera out, and they told him to get up off the table. They
His
told him,
butt
"Sir,"
queefing.
they said, "you are not allowed to leave until you pass gas." Bro. He said it was a good minute and 15 straight, just. And he said the whole time he's like got his overalls and slowly going up, and it's just still just ripping butt trumpet for like over a minute straight. And he said this whole classroom of kids, which they were like college kids learning how to do this, apparently how to shove cameras up people's asses, but they were just mesmerized by this 400-pound man just fucking ripping ass.
Dude, in college I was really good. No, it wasn't college. It was high school. In high school I was really good friends with a buddy that could simultaneously breathe air in through his butthole and let it just circulate back out.
Where is this guy now?
I will.
Why is he not here?
I will reach out to him and see what he's doing
Frank
these days.
does that every show.
No. This
No,
guy would
nothing
get
comes
on.
in Frank's
No.
house
This
during the
guy
show.
would go hands
That's what you think.
on his hands and knees, and he would sit there and fart for as long as he could keep the flow going. I'm talking several minutes of just. You would hear.
What happened to him?
Have you heard the fart on
He
YouTube?
was a Catholic. I got it. He was a Catholic. I got it. When all that shit. Never mind.
Have you
yeah,
heard
I got
the
it. He was a
arpeggio
Catholic.
fart?
Cool.
I think that's what it's called.
A what?
You know the da 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 da.
You do that when you fart?
No, there's a guy.
Something's wrong with
No.
your butt.
There is a guy on YouTube that can do that with a fart.
Of all the farts that I have, I should really start practicing this thing. You know, after 10,000 hours, you can be good at something.
Practicing what? The
Like-
butt trumpet?
Just something. I should start trying to be unique. So I knew that. So, for example, in high school, again, same friends, I would always pinch my butt cheeks really tight when I farted because
These
it would,
friends were
it would
weird
go
as hell.
longer. Or you get what I'm
Okay.
trying to say? Because
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
just
yeah.
open loose, it's just like.
Oh, yeah.
But I would let it go, and we're like that, right? So, so my buddy, same friend, would just in the middle of the night, we'd all be giggling as you're sleeping over at somebody's house, and no one, it's like gets quiet for a second, and then one person rips ass, and then he'd always go, "Oh, it's Frank, his tight little butthole."
Your friends are a lot different than mine.
All the church trips me and Kevin used to go on, and we'd be on Lynx buses for hours going to like Tennessee, going skiing and stuff. And it would be in the middle of the night, and like all the dudes were on the bottom, all the chicks were on the top bunk thing, and all the dudes were just down there ripping ass, giggling
It was
about
terrible.
it all night long.
hot.
Remember that kid that was sleeping above us on the little swinging
Yeah.
bunk thing, and we were
Josh.
like, boom, hitting him into the wall.
So let me explain this because this is funny. So the way a Lynx bus works is you have these drop down sections that go above the seats, right? And they're hanging bunks, but they're on like straps. So they stay in place because you're not driving. They stop for the night, right? So dude,
Oh, sorry, I'm just watching on your camera.
dude is sound asleep, and this kid is very intense. And me and Matt are the only ones awake as usual at like 4:30 in the morning. So we take him very slowly and ease him out as far as we can into the other aisle. So like it's doing like this, and let him go. How it didn't break the window, I still don't know to this day.
That was a loud bang.
But it went boom, and this kid freaking flops down on the ground and this was the church trip. And we were church kids.
That was
And
the same church trip.
This is what we end
That
up
was
being.
the same exact church trip that after we got back.
Don't send your kids to youth group. That is
the pastor
the
called me
importance
in
of
his
this
office
message.
and he was like, Matt, is it true all the rumors? And I'm like, what rumors? He's like, that you had sex on the church trip.
And that was yes.
And I'm like, well, if they're saying it, it's probably true.
While I was shooting a gun out a window.
So there's a
Remember that?
I remember getting a blowy in the back of the church bus with like two people's parents sitting 10 feet from me sleeping like this. And I'm back there with some chick under a blanket and like getting a blowy. Hey, man, those were good times. I never even paid to go on any of those church trips.
So
The church would be like, oh, don't worry about it. We're
That's-
going to pay for it.
That's
Okay.
one reason why my daughters never ride in the bus. So, because I remember shit like that in, middle school, high school, and whatnot.
My son, I don't give a fuck go anywhere. My
I remember
daughter,
hearing this weird story about, I don't know what the fuck these dudes were doing, but chicks were, wrapping their hair around dude's dick.
Never
And
had
for
that
whatever
one.
reason, I don't know how it started. Dude, this is dumb shit.
What?
Super dumb. But this girl did it with a couple guys, and it was her way of being like, oh, his was bigger than yours or some shit like that. Who the fuck
Measuring
knows?
it with the length of her hair.
Basically, right? So I was like, I was always somewhat of a thinker. And
She's
I
like,
was,
my bangs cover his.
well, no. So I was just like, bro, wouldn't it make sense to find the chick with the longest fucking hair?
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah, well, I know fucking Stacy after shit her on your hair, but you see, what's her face? Fucking goth girl with her hair down to her fucking ankles. She wrapped that bitch around 12 times, mine.
I never
That's
had no
such
hair
a weird
jobs.
thing.
No hair jobs back
Did the
in
girl
day.
do it to you, be honest?
No, she didn't.
That's such
What
an
about,
odd thing.
what about feet? We were just talking about this the other night
Ugh,
with a couple
feet
different
are
girls.
not.
Like,
Yeah.
not a foot person.
At that point, I would have taken anything. I was still a virgin,
Yeah, even when I was a virgin, though. I mean, I know a guy who I worked with recently.
No,
and within the past couple of years, that he would literally, it didn't matter if the chick was like 16 to like 60. If they walked in and they were wearing open-toed shoes, his eyes went straight to their feet. And I'm like, dude,
That's
what's
odd.
wrong with you?
So,
Yeah,
I
he was
did
like a
know somebody
total
like
freak.
that. I knew somebody like that in Miami. He's a weird dude.
See, but if if I'm in the middle and like a leg's coming up right here and it's really, I might think about biting a calf, but I've never thought about putting a toe in my mouth.
I never thought about biting a calf either.
This dude would be like, no. So I was single in Miami, and the guy I was like, oh, what do you think of this chick? What do you think of this chick? Because I mean, online dating was kind of big then, and I was like, oh, what do you think of this chick? You got any pictures of her in shoes? I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of shoes she wear? I'm like, what? Socially awkward guy.
Would he be cool with a really ugly chick as long as she had, like, quote-unquote good-looking feet?
Not really ugly, but probably not the most attractive. Put it this way. This guy goes to a Miami Beach party, and this fucking dog, like this little tiny dog, came and was, like, nipping by his feet or whatever. So he, like, punts the dog across the party, and it lands in the pool, and everyone's like, ah, and he's, like, holding back laughter. Like,
you guys need to look this up. I think we should go do it. Shaq is throwing his party in Miami Beach.
Shaq's actually a cop now.
He's a DJ.
No,
Yeah,
his no, he's not a cop anymore.
No. He
I
just
heard
got
this 2 days ago.
Yeah, he just got put in and everything. He's a full actual
Monday.
Because
cop.
something happened before. No, that was L.A. When he was in L.A. and he did that Kobe rap, they...
oh, no, he's an actual sheriff, I believe it is, in the
He
town
is.
he lives in and this and that.
Yeah.
He said he's not going to actually run for sheriff of the county or anything, or the town he lives in.
Well, because he would win.
Until he's done doing all this. He doesn't want to be a DJ and be a sheriff at the same time, which is kind of understandable.
How funny would Shaq be on a DJ booth? I'm going to play this song.
But no, for real, Shaq is doing his Shaq party in Miami.
How much do you think it would cost to get Shaq to do a Ryan Tannehill impression for us?
Oh, not much, because I think he would love to do it. Shaq's pretty funny dude.
Yeah.
I had to reach out to Shaq.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to write it. I'm writing this shit down. I'm going to write Shaq somehow. Be like, I need...
Shaq. You ever notice, like, he speaks with a lot of... to his... Yeah, seriously,
my
pay
God.
attention
Shaq
next
just
time.
did the, what is it, Hot Ones show, where they eat the hot-ass hot wings and have different celebrities on there. He just did that.
We need to do that
Fucking
chip
awesome.
challenge.
So I know this...
I'm too old, man. I get heartburn too bad now. Like, there was once, like, a month, or maybe 2 months ago, I was in New Jersey, and I was with a couple guys, and I'm like, screw you guys. We were at Hooters, and it was all-you-can-eat wings for, like, $15. We'd all eaten, but I'm like, fuck it. Give me the hottest wings you have. And the chick was like, you've been ordering, like, almost the mildest shit all night long. And I'm like... I'm feeling ballsy. I've had like 2 beers. Like, screw it. Give me the hottest wings you have.
That sauce ain't near that shit
These
you
guys-
got me.
No, that shit was... We talking about at B-Dubs?
No.
that place.
I've got something that'll burn both of y'all.
No.
If
No, I
you've
ate
ever
ghost
seen-
pepper.
No.
No,
Have you
we-
ever seen Hot Ones?
No.
Where they eat the hot wings?
Yeah,
and
they're
celebrities?
bad.
The number 8 they have had on there for years, Da Bomb. Beyond insane. They literally have compilations on YouTube of just what people look like when they eat Da Bomb. I have that in my fridge.
Real quick, before
I
we
will
get too
fuck
far
your
off of
day
Shaq
up.
and Tyson.
I'm talking a pea drop.
Before we get too far off Shaq and Tyson, this is a photo credit for the running group. Tyler sent that out earlier. Is that Tyson's Tesla?
Yeah, I saw that earlier. If that ain't Tyson's Tesla, I'll eat my shoe. Tesla. You know what? Here's the problem, Frank. I had an honest thought the other day while I was in the shower.
No, you an honest thought that
Yeah.
every time you fart it sounds
I
tampered
think
with?
when I'm in the shower, it's weird. So I'm in the shower, and I was thinking about things. You know what came up in my mind?
That every time you fart it sounds tampered with.
No. But what I really thought about was...
Can I call
is,
Morgan
what
right
if we
now?
ever do become really popular, and then Shaq or, let's say, Mike Tyson listens to this show, and then he gets mad at me? And then he shows up, and he will whip my ass.
I will bitch slap Shaq or Mike Tyson right
No.
now. Put it out on the internet.
I would
right now.
I would personally raise money to answer everybody's fucking prop bet, the hypothetical bet that would never happen. Would you take $1 million to let Tyson punch you in the
Yes.
face? So I would fucking
Wait, barefisted or with a
Barefisted.
No.
I'd take 100 G's.
barefisted.
Fuck $1 million.
No, we'll do a glove. A glove. I'll set up
Yeah.
a GoFundMe account to raise $1
I hate
million.
GoFundMe.
You wouldn't take $1 million from GoFundMe to get punched in the face by Tyson?
Is GoFundMe the internet's version of being homeless standing on a corner?
Yes! Yes!
I so feel that.
Yep.
Bro, no. Best thing happened ever in our
Nailed it.
small-ass town. Best thing ever. I see a fucking bum the other day. And, like, not only are my kids the first people I know that it doesn't matter if it's Christmas or not. Whenever they see a bum on the side of the road asking for money, my kids from the back seat always bust out with a "Get a job, you bum 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 bum." It's so fucking great. But the other day, I'm pulling up to a red light here in Titusville,
fucked
right
up.
over by our local Wally World.
I was homeless. It's okay.
Fuck you. I see a homeless guy in the middle of the street with a fucking sign. I have no clue what the fuck it says. I'm not even looking his way. Like, kiss my ass. There's day labor. Go get a job. That's my point. Go to Mickey D's. Whatever the fuck you got to do. But as I look at my passenger mirror, I see crazy ass buddy of mine who's an iron worker, who's fucking out of control all year round. I see him coming up in the turning lane next to me. It's fucking 9:30 in the morning in Titusville, pouring, raining. What does he do? He pulls up next to the bum and as he has an open Bud Light, drinking it at 9:30 in the morning because his job got rained out. He hands the bum 2 cold Bud Lights out the window, and the bum was so fucking ecstatic. And like the best part about this is as he looks over, gives him the 2 beers, he happens to look over next to him on the other side, like, who the fuck's over here watching me do this? And here's me and my wife, like, hey buddy, how's it going? He's like, oh, come over, have a beer. I got rained out. I'm like, I got work to do, man. Have a good day. Like, going this way. And I'm just like, fucking Titusville. Like, that's what I love about Titusville.
Did I ever tell you the time Bum bought me a beer in college?
Hold on, a bum
you told me.
A bum bought me a
Not
beer.
on the show.
So we were out. So we were in Jackson Beach. We were in Jackson Beach. I'm outside the gas station, and we were about to go to Buckets. And Buckets, it was nickel night. So it's bring any cup you want. You could fill it up for a nickel. So we would all go to 7-Eleven. We would get the super big gulps, right? We'd all get super big gulps. And then we'd go to Buckets, right? So I'm in there, and the bum goes, hey, you about to get some beer? And I was like, kind of, sort of, whatever. He goes, I got an idea. I'm going to buy you a beer. I'll buy you a beer, and if you like it, you got to buy me 2 beers. I'm like, all right. And he goes, how old are you? I'm like, oh, I'm 21. He goes, oh, I got just the beer for you. So he goes, he buys me a fucking Steel Reserve. You ever had Steel Reserve?
Everybody loves
all my
Steel
family's
Reserve.
from Pittsburgh. I know all about Steel Reserve.
So I have a Steel Reserve, and I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, it's a little harsh, but thanks, man. He goes, you like it? And I'm like, sure, it's a beer. And he goes, and I said, I'll go buy you 2 beers. Steel Reserve? He goes, no, fuck that. I don't drink that bullshit. He goes,
No.
He goes, give me Heineken. I'm like, God damn.
Damn, he wants the expensive import. Like, let me get the import shit. Fuck that.
Matt,
So-
was it you that bought the freaking belt off the bum?
No. That's what I was going to say.
You have to edit that story. You can't say what he said to the guys.
Oh, no. He didn't say nothing too bad. When we were in Miami working, we'd go in this gas station. Me and Kevin used to kind of have this tradition, especially when we were in Miami, of let's go in the most like kind of Spanish like gas station store.
Get Doritos.
Yeah, not only would we buy something normally we would drink while we're working, like a Gatorade, whatever, but then we would get like the most Spanish drink in the store, the Doritos or whatever, different sodas and stuff.
Have you had a Doritos?
I don't think I've had a Doritos.
They're good.
Yeah,
Glass bottle, fruity drinks, all different types. They're good.
But we went in the store. We each bought a crazy Spanish drink. It was me, him, one other person. And then as we're coming out, this black guy comes up to me. I mean, almost, he could have been like Bob Marley's cousin or something with his big gray beard and stuff. He comes up and he's trying to sell me his belt, like off of his pants, sell me his belt for $1 because he wanted to go in the store and buy a beer. I looked at him, and when I looked and read his shirt, it had an American flag on it. It said, "Welcome to America, now speak English." And he's in the middle of Miami.
I
like,
fucking love it.
I mean,
At a workaday station
Yes,
where there's dudes trying to get work that
Spanish
don't speak English.
Miami in every way. So when I read his shirt, I said, "Here's $2. Keep your belt. Have a great fucking day, man. Like, your shirt just made my day. Like, that was awesome."
There's a little more to that story that was really funny too.
Dude,
that
my
we'll talk about later.
favorite workaday places or workaday anything is you remember Ari Shaffir, the Amazing Racist?
Yes.
You remember when he pulls up to the
Amigre!
Amigre? Have you ever seen that?
I learned that
guy's
word when I was
nuts.
doing iron.
No,
work
so
back in the day.
you seen that video?
No.
All right, so he goes up and he goes up to whatever it is, Home Depot. It's Home Depot, and he basically goes, he's like, yeah, I need whatever 4 or 5. Or he knew that he was gonna have people in the bed of the truck, so he asked for whatever it was, maybe 6. So the guy goes, looks like he's running the show. He goes, oh hey, he's like holding his hand out, and he has them all jump in the truck, and he goes to jump in the front seat, and he goes, no, man, I'm trying to keep the front seat clean. You gotta jump in the back. So he jumps in the back, right? So he jumps in the back, and he's driving. He's hitting all the speed bumps everywhere. And then he pulls into INS.
Oh, God.
So, right, and what does he start yelling?
Amigre!
Amigre! I got him!
They run.
They jump out of the back of the pickup truck, and they just scatter across the neighborhood.
I saw him one time on an Air Force Base job in Orlando. Like a guy I worked with, he was for some crazy biker gang, and he used to be like 90 feet up in the air with me and would start hollering "Amigra, Amigra," and they would start running. But one day, immigration actually pulled up, and it looked like cockroaches scattering.
Ugh.
I mean, this was, years ago, because I was like 18, 19, and a guy actually, we would watch him all day long hanging out of his lift as he was putting this under, like, soffit paneling on. Guy fell from, like, it was a good 90 feet up, and when he hit the ground, he just splattered in dirt. Everybody kind of took lunch, and when we came back, there was no splatter in the dirt anymore, and that was all there was to it. Like,
and Matt fell, too. Busted his crotch and his leg.
Popped my shoulder out one time. Like, yeah. And I still have people that I'm friends with who I kind of got into doing that type of work.
Yeah, I lasted one day.
Yeah, they ask me all the time. They're like, hey, don't you miss it? I'm like, miss what? And they're like, doing iron work and stuff. I'm like,
bro.
No, why? Like, my wife had to explain to me, like, look, you can make the same amount of money you do working outside in the sun, working inside. It might take you a little bit longer to get there, but you can make that money. And working outside like that, you're just going to kill yourself in the long run.
He got me a job, and I lasted one day.
No, it was longer than one.
Diaper Dan is my second
Yes.
father.
I was roofing.
Kevin was so scared of like 20, 25 feet up, bro. I'm not
Me too.
I'd literally have to get the forklift and send him up there. We had a ladder that went up, and you'd have to walk on a block wall to get to the roof part where we were putting more roof on.
Not doing it.
And like
The
Kevin's
block
like,
wall
nope.
was this wide.
Yeah.
Kevin's like
60 feet
I
in
told
the
him,
air.
I'm like, coon walk. That's what they used to call it, was coon walking. And you'd put your hands down and your feet down,
Yeah.
and you'd walk across it. And Kevin's like, nope, I'm not doing it.
I fell off a roof into some bushes, but no. So I was roofing for a while, and then I took like 6 months off. I started working somewhere else, or maybe it's when we went to Connecticut. We moved up north, and then I came back, and I was like, well, easy money. I'll jump back on the roof, dude. First day, it's like August. First day, I jump up there. I'm up there for like 2 or 3 hours. I'm like, fuck this, dude. I threw up. Like, it was so hot. Dude, you got to condition yourself for that sort of stuff, man. And then when you're done, dude, but when I was doing it, I was jacked.
Oh, yeah.
I was the schmuck who had to carry up all the freaking,
I was fine for the work part, just the heights.
no, but I had to carry
Terrified.
I had to
And-
carry
and-
up
and
the
he's jumping.
shingles to store. I had to carry up the shingles to the top of the roof. So I'm on the ladder, and every time you take a step, you're kind of like your momentum. You're like going up and then coming back to take.
You got to
the next
keep
step,
moving.
and you're like you come back, and you're like, oh shit, and then you take the next one, and you take the next one. And that's when I fell.
You know,
into the
that's
bushes.
how Jeff Murder Murray got hurt and had to stop doing the iron work, and he just fell backwards off a ladder.
Screw
Snapped
that.
his leg.
The first time I ever actually walked anything high was when we were like really high. Was when we were building it was a Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede like dinner show that used to be in Kissimmee back in the day, and
It's
that
still
was,
there. It's just an outlet now.
Yeah, it was like 110, 115 feet up. No safety cables hooked off yet. They took me up in a lift. I'm like 19 maybe. And like literally I'm going to be the first one out of the lift. And I look at these 3 guys behind me who have been walking iron and doing this shit for years. And I'm like, you got any tips or anything you want to tell me? And they're like, start walking. Once you start, you can't stop. And I'm like, okay. And it was just putting one foot in front of the other and going. And like, that was some sketchy. I'm like, I'm so glad I don't do that.
Oh,
shit
listen to
no more.
this. So he's got me up on the 60-foot ceiling, which to me is petrifying. Because once I
No, what you did was not 60 foot. I will stab you in the eye with this pen
get...
right
How tall
now.
was
25 foot at the,
It
at the
seemed-
very peak. It was like 20 foot at the edge, bro. I swear on my... It was airplane hangars for little tiny airplanes.
Okay,
60
so
foot.
it was 60 feet. No. All right. And... So I get up there because he booms me up in the
My
lift.
dick is fucking 12 foot, too.
Well, I use the same measurement scale for my own. So I get on the roof, right? And this is a metal roof, so obviously that's some thin stuff. He knows I'm petrified because I'm like shaking. And like I have no problem working. I never have, but I am scared to death because I'm looking down and over 10 feet I'm screwed. Like my brain doesn't handle it. And him being my best friend and the biggest asshole I know goes, "Are you scared of heights?" It starts jumping and shaking
fuck
the
that.
whole roof. And I'm going like this and I'm bouncing around. I'm like, screw it, I'm done. I can't do it. So they put me in a scissor lift and I did the edges of the whole side of the building because I felt comfortable in that because like that felt better.
No,
but-
screw that.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, no, the worst that ever happened to me, like I fell halfway up, so it was like between 1 and 2 stories I fell. And then the other worst thing was I had a goose bite me in the ass.
I've had that happen multiple times.
Fucking hate geese.
I caught one in a cast net
fucking
and a
hate
shrimp
geese.
net.
What are those birds that have the big, pretty feathers that come out there?
Peacocks.
Meaner than hell.
They're mean as
Can
fuck.
I say on here that I shot one with a nail gun when I was doing carpenter work?
Yeah, it was an accident.
It was not an accident.
It was an accident.
I was working in Melbourne. It kept coming inside the house while I was framing
In the
it.
house?
Yeah. I was framing out a brand new house with
No,
just block walls.
bro,
And like, it sounded fun. So
We worked at this place. You had to go all the way around the house, and we were roofing like their big shed. Mm-hmm. And so we'd come all the way around, and there's a fucking little play, like there's little blue pools. Mm-hmm. What the fuck's a blue pool for? Well, once the sun came out, I found out what the blue pool was for. It's for a goose that lives nearby, right? And every time you
Those
walk
things are
by,
mean.
dude, every time you walk by, he did that shit where he put his arms out, and then he backed up, backed up. Dude, and then you walk in front of him, head goes down, and he charged you. So I kept trying to kick him. I kept trying to chase him away, and he just started getting bigger and bigger. So then it got to the point he wasn't even doing that anymore. I walked by, and he'd just start chasing me.
I was
I'd run from there fast as fuck.
It was maybe about 4 or 5.
Yeah, but it don't hurt.
Yeah, but they're still
Yeah,
bastards.
but it's still pressure
You think
on
it's
your
gonna
butt.
Hurt. You think it's gonna hurt because
Yeah.
Kick it in its face.
I've tried.
No, I watched a guy in Detroit about
It's a
5 months
goose.
ago. I mean, he punted a goose at the mall.
A goose?
And he was with me. This is the guy I work with. He is built, he's 22 years old, but he's built like a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
He just had a comb over at 22. Like, I'm talking worse than Trump comb over. But he just finally, we convinced him to shave his head. He has to have Sasquatch somewhere in his bloodline. Me, him, and his girlfriend went to the mall, and we're walking into the mall. His girlfriend all of a sudden cuts off from me and him after dinner. I'm like, what the hell is she doing? He's like, man, she's scared of these 2 fucking geese up here by the front door. And I'm like, fuck those geese. They're not going to mess with you as long as you just walk by.
Those are them northern geese.
He starts
Oh,
telling,
yeah.
we're in the middle of the hood in fucking Detroit. He starts telling her this, like, come on, babe, just come in here. If they fuck with you, I'll take care of them. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. Your boyfriend will take care of them. Soon as we get anywhere near him, one does exactly what you said, head down, charges straight towards her. He steps dead in the way, and I'm talking, that was a fucking 70-yard, like, field goal.
Dude.
Like, he punt, and he had work boots on, like, steel toe, and, like, I mean, that thing caught some air.
People
It
who
was
like
awesome.
don't know what do you call fowl? Is that what birds are?
Yeah,
fowl?
sure,
People don't know fowl.
Well, that and
Fearless.
the smell of Kevin's butt.
Well, they think that no, they'll see a goose, like not in person, but they'll look at a picture of a goose and they're like, oh, it's just a chicken that's shaped differently. No. A goose is like the turkey's bigger brother. That's
Okay.
how fucking big geese are.
Yeah.
Big as
Yeah,
fuck.
they
Especially the
fucking
northern ones.
They're
that
huge.
take down airplanes.
Well, I think everything in the northern is bigger than in Florida. Like, when I was just in Jersey and we saw the deer up there, like, holy fuck, compared to the deer down here.
Yeah, the deer down here don't have shit to eat.
We have
and they got
key deer
alligators
that are the
eating
size
them
of
and
that peanut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the deer down here are like domesticated dogs or something.
There's like key lime and key deer, and they're both small as fuck.
Yeah.
I was actually scared recently in Jersey that I was going to be one of those people that ended up on a video like getting attacked by a deer. Like, I'm the dumbass that gets out of my truck and I'm driving a rental car in Jersey and I look over and there's 2 doe, there's a buck. And I'm like, oh wow, that's fucking beautiful at this big ass like doctor's office place I'm at. So I start walking over, videoing them. The buck does some shit and like kicks one leg up and like stomps and looks at me and I'm like, oh fuck, and just start backing up real slow. And all that's going through my mind is everybody watching me in all of these glass windows in this whole giant building. Somebody's fucking videoing, and I'm gonna end up on YouTube getting the shit beat out of me.
Hey,
by
if
some
that
big
was
buck.
to happen, could we copyright it and put it on the show?
Sure, fuck it.
You ever see the videos of the moose? That dude, moose will run you down.
Yes.
A
I was
moose
hoping to
will
see
charge
one
you
when
down.
I was just in Canada recently when I was in
I
Montreal.
hear they're fucking massive.
No luck.
Yeah,
No luck
I
on
I
moose.
caught a goose barehanded.
A goose or a moose?
We said moose.
Goose. I'm
no.
still
I'm
on
gonna
goose.
see you catch a moose
I caught
barehanded,
2
fucker.
geese. Geeses.
Hey,
Mises.
so
A
true
gaggle
story.
of geese.
As a kid, my mom rescued a goose and brought it home. Right. So she brings it home and it's living in their backyard. And this thing makes like I guess god awful noises early in the morning.
Does it
Oh,
make
yeah.
Thing.
golden eggs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So one morning, my grandmother gets woken up. It's like 4 in the morning. She's woken up by the goose.
Goose dinner.
So she walks out. She goes out back. She snaps its neck in half, goes back inside, and goes to sleep.
I fucking love your grandma.
In the morning, my mom was like, "Oh my god, what happened?" And my grandma was like, "I don't know, maybe it fell."
Should have ate it. Hey, do you guys?
They ate it. Yeah, no, they ate it.
Okay,
they ate it.
My grandfather, the one that he just retired recently from the Awful Waffle, he was the what? Yeah, he is. He literally, when my aunt was a kid, her cat had kittens. He filled a fucking pillowcase up, put a brick in there, went right up to our local bridge here in Titusville. Woo! Right
now he's going to jail.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
he's not. This was years ago. This was like 30 years ago.
The girl that threw the puppies in the river got thrown in jail.
Why would you throw
Somebody do that
puppies
here?
in the river if you can
Because
sell
she's
them?
an asshole.
Fuck a cat. I mean, I'll do that to cats all day, but not puppies.
Cats kill themselves, bro.
Oh my
They'll go
God.
up in your
I
wheel
do
well and
not
shit.
condone anything on this show.
When
On
I
this
first
show.
when I first started dating my wife, I literally had her convinced, telling her, because she'd be like, "Why are you doing that?" I'd be trying to swerve at cats in the neighborhood, and I'm like, "Oh, the animal control people told me they're overpopulated, just like squirrels." And she's like, "You're supposed to hit squirrels too?" I'm like, "Yeah, fucking try and run them all
yeah.
over."
I need this moment.
Look, if you need
What
to
do you
get rid
mean?
of an animal,
You give it to the SPCA.
no, you call Mike Vick.
You give it to the SPCA, and then I will fund them with all my crap from my house I give away.
The SPCA
No,
has to be making
listen.
so much money. Have you seen their commercials on TV? They're like fucking 7 minutes long.
Bro, they hate Bob Barker. Bob Barker's trying to put them out of business.
Why?
Spading them.
Spade and neuter your pets. And
Bob
the
Bar-
SPCA
No,
is
no, no,
like,
no.
fuck that.
I realized when I worked
Now
at
it's Drew Carey says the same thing.
Yeah, he says it with a smile, though. He knows he
Yeah.
doesn't
Hey,
mean
when
it.
I worked at a jail facility, I realized how smart fucking Bob Barker is. That motherfucker sells all the people at the jail their
Aramark.
No. It's actually Bob Barker branded. Their sandals, their soap, like fucking everything like that they get in there. It's all Bob Barker brand. All of it. I used to see it coming in all the time.
Is it good shit?
It's
No, it's not good.
Yeah,
If it
I
is,
mean-
then I better get some tax money
Yeah,
back.
I mean, they get it for free in jail and stuff. It's not the stuff on their commissary they have to pay for or anything. It's just their cheap ass like sandals. They're like the cheap thong plastic sandals with like the rubber bottoms.
I need to go back a
Soap,
second.
like
Why, what's up?
A lot of people listening probably thought Ashley didn't believe Matt. Shoot, I said her name.
Who?
Your wife. Hopefully she's okay with that. Anyways.
My wife's name is Ashley Di Bacco.
Okay. Anyways.
She loves the smell of my balls.
She's a little bit gullible, so I'm sure she believed what Matt said. And the best story ever.
Guts with a passion.
Yes. So the funniest story Matt ever told me is she asked why there are the reflectors in the center of the road on the road, right? So
Yeah.
for like two-way.
She believed
I
it.
heard this.
And his answer was, is so blind people could drive and
By
they'd
Braille.
hear it.
By Braille. She believed it.
She believed
Yeah.
it.
You
I
know,
forgot about
hold
that
on.
story.
Let's put this out there on this show. The moment I knew when my wife was for me, there was actually two of them, but we'll go with the
He's very convincing.
We'll
now.
go with the one. The moment I knew my wife was for me, I went to her apartment one day. I don't remember what the words were when I walked in, but for whatever reason, because I'm a crazy fuck, I grabbed a butcher knife out of her kitchen thing. I put it to her throat in the kitchen.
He's going to jail after this.
Yeah, for sure.
No. When I did, she started making out with me. At this point, I was like, I love this bitch right here. I'll do anything for her. I love you, baby. And well,
and then Tinder and kids.
and then maybe kids came, and then Tinder. But we were fucking around with other bitches before that too. Anyways, there was one other moment.
Hey, Kevin's going to get confused, and he's going to be like, yo, Mo. He's like, what do you call her, Mo?
Kevin hit me up
Hey,
on Tinder the other day.
I don't call her to her face, Mo.
Oh, okay.
That's just an abbreviation I send out when I'm in a hurry.
Gotcha. So Kevin's going to go up to her and be like, hey, Morgan, we got to get on Grindr.
Hell no.
No, bro. When I was working for a local restaurant here in town, I don't think I should say names.
Smacker Merrill.
Yes, Smacker Merrill. I used to throw
Sounds like an investment firm.
I used to throw crazy parties. And I'm talking inviting that one place, that one restaurant here in our town employs at any different time like 150 people. So I used to throw some wild fucking parties. Some other people who were cooks there and this and that I was friends with and knew. They knew the lifestyle me and my wife led, and they would all tell me, "Oh, I'm jealous of you," blah blah blah. They would tell me, "What's that Ludacris song? My chick bad, my chick good." They'd be like, "That's your wife's jam," blah blah blah. I'm like, "Yeah, cool." One night, everybody's playing pool out in my garage in my like little man cave I had set up. A guy who was a good buddy of mine who like worked with me like close side by side, him and then his girlfriend at the time. Stop me in the kitchen of my own house. His girlfriend looks at me and says, well, he's decided that he wants you to be our third in our threesome. And like, I don't know if the look on my face was pure fucking disgust or what it was, but like the look on both of their faces changed with whatever mine went to. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm like, no, I'm good, man. And just like kind of walked away from him. I don't think I've really talked to him much since then, but I felt honored, I guess. I mean, and that was his decision, not hers.
You didn't want a sword fight to the death for her?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Good fucking
Speaking of
good.
lair.
Yeah, you could have LARPed. You could have
Bro,
LARPed with him.
There's been one moment in my life where I... Oh, the LARPing just set in.
You could have LARPed with your dicks.
There's been one moment...
Dicks out, LARP out.
There's been one moment in my life where I was holding a door closed while things were going on because dudes were trying to get in the room, and I'm like, no, it doesn't happen like that, man. That's not the way shit. What are you eating, Kevin?
Oh no, I'm getting hungry though. And
why when Kevin farts does it
We're gonna
sound
have to
tampered
have
with?
Matt back again.
yeah,
I told you it's a treasure trove.
it is a treasure trove.
Treasure
So,
trove.
Shit.
what do you say?
These are good.
Ones are delicious.
Can we talk about Kevin slapping a bum and the bum busting his car window out? That was a funny time.
I think we need to have a whole episode on fucked up Kevin stuff.
Oh God, don't get me. I
Kevin
will write a
has
list
changed
right
since
now.
his early 20s.
His what?
I have changed since my
Let's
early
talk about
20s.
the time Kevin played with my sphincter.
That never happened.
Matt says it convincingly.
out there. Yes, I'm.
Hashtag, that's a new hashtag. It's going to trend.
Hashtag Republican Party. Leave Kevin on the sidelines because he played with my sphincters plenty of times.
Hashtag
He
Kevin
cannot
plays
run for
sphincters.
office.
Kevin plays the sphincter sphere. All right, guys.
I won't be back
This
ever
was
again.
this was a fun time, guys.
This has been fun. Kevin, you signing off, Kevin?
Can we cheers
forever.
before? Hold on. Can we cheers before we sign off?
Yeah, let's do this shit.
Let's do a cheers.
I'm gonna take your glass of
Where can
them.
we see glasses
IMD.
at? Somewhere on there.
Um,
Here's to swimming with bow-legged women.
I've been using that for years.
I love that
I've been
one.
using it for years.
Have you ever seen a bow-legged bitch swim?
No.
They swim in circles.
Jesus
On that
Christ.
note, come visit us at www.ordinaryguyshow.com. You can also visit us on our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and wherever else we may be that we don't know about. Give us a comment, a like, and please subscribe to the show. And thanks again for watching.
Check out our buddies at American Regardless, AmericanRegardless.com. Promo code OG Show, 10% off. Love you guys.